Hello everyone, welcome to my podcast. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Kubaha. I'm an intuitive, spiritual facilitator and crystal therapist. I live in northern Arizona. You can find information about my sacred work on my Facebook page and YouTube channel at Mystic Dragonfly Whispers. On today's episode, I'm going to talk about the wisdom from the mineral kingdom. The relationship with crystals is so personal. They speak to the soul of each one of us in a unique way. There is no right or wrong. They call us in a way that is always in tune with the moment we are currently living and in accordance with our capacity to understand and process information, change, and transformation. Crystals are very ancient. There have been crystals forming within the earth since the earth solidified into form. So think about it. You hold a crystal in your hands containing the wisdom of the ages. Crystal energy is not a new concept. It's been around for thousands of years, with ancient civilizations using the energy of crystals. From the Indian sages to the Native Americans, Celts, Egyptians, and many others. There are legends about the lost civilization of Atlantis that tell of myriad uses for crystal, for generating energy, for transportation, for communication and healing purposes. The ancient civilization of Lemuria, whose people dwelled in beautiful crystal cities and mined mainly for quartz crystals and lapis lazuli, some of which were crushed into powders to make pastes used on the body for healing purposes. As the end of their time on Earth was coming to an end, the Lemurians programmed these crystals to teach their messages of oneness and healing that would be revealed when the energy on Earth was ready to receive them. The Lemurians then planted or seeded the Lemurian crystals, encoded with their ancient knowledge and wisdom, to be found centuries later by us. The legend continues to state that Lemurian seed crystals are planted in a grid pattern over the surface of the Earth and beyond, to other stars and dimensions. At the end of the Third Atlantis Kingdom, which destroyed itself, quartz crystals were dispatched or taken to Africa, Greece, the Middle and Far East, and to Great Britain. Then, through the civilization of the Egyptians, the Atlantean knowledge filtered. They primarily used crystal in their jewelry for protection and health. They also used crystals cosmetically. Lapis lazuli and malachite were crushed into powder and used as the eyeshadow known as kohl. So although much of the knowledge and awareness of the use of crystals diminished through the centuries, some wisdom was carried through time by shamans or medicine people, or various tribes recognized and used crystal stones as a tool. The Chinese called crystal sui qing, which means water essence. They also called it the living stone because they believed it pulsed with life. Jade was highly valued in ancient China. Around 1,000 years ago, Chinese emperors were buried in jade armor. There were also burials with jade masks formed around the same period in Mexico. The Japanese believed crystal was a solidified breath of the sacred dragon. I find it fascinating that archaeological excavations carried out all over the world have shown that mankind has always used precious stones and somehow knew how to use them. Crystal stones have a very small electrical charge within their structure, measurable with the correct instrument. Within each of our bodies, we all have trillions of cells with its own tiny electrical charge. If something is wrong with a particular part of our body, something has disturbed the electrical balance of our cells in the affected area. Tiny electrical charge from a crystal, when held or placed on the affected part of the body, will balance the body's own charge and help to give a chance to our body to heal itself. Crystals attract and release energies. They are like at the same time a transmitter and a receiver. When you place or hold a crystal over the body, it interacts with the body's chakras and promotes physical and mental wellness. Used in a certain way, it can also improve your concentration and creativity. It can also promote physical, emotional, and spiritual cleansing. Crystals vibrate at the same pitch as humans and maximize the healing abilities we already have. Every crystal, just like every human, has a different energetic frequency. It depends on a few different factors like the size, the composition, and the color, which is determined by the mineral content. Our connection to crystals can be amazing. There is a wonderful quote by Rumi that says, "What you seek is seeking you." In my experience of working with people and crystals, I've observed this is so true, time and time again. Have you ever felt mysteriously drawn to crystal or certain stones? It's highly likely that those stones represent energy that you need in your life. Not only that, it's usually energy that is needed in a big way. Experiences with these stones are often intense. However, they then fizzle as soon as you've received the healing or energetic tune-up that was needed. So you get this new crystal and you're excited to start working with it. You wear it or meditate with it. But instead of feeling good from it, you feel off or negative or sick. You've had bad dreams or get angry when you hold it, or some terrible memory surfaces. Maybe you cannot sleep at all when it's around, or you get a bad headache or feel even more anxious, stressed, or depressed than before. You thought crystals were supposed to help you feel better, not worse. So what does it mean? I will always remember my first adverse reaction to a crystal. Malachite. I placed it on my heart chakra for 15 minutes during a meditation, and for the next 3 days I was a complete and total hot mess, despondent, depressed, and crying. I did some research and found out that malachite draws repressed emotions to the surface, so that is probably why I got such a reaction. It's a warrior stone. It was used in ancient Rome, where warriors used to carry a piece, giving them strength and courage. A word of warning. Before using powerful crystals like malachite, moldavite, and other deep transformational crystals, be aware of the possible bad reactions. Most of the time, crystals do some deep healing work. Spiritual healing, just like physical healing, is not always comfortable. Bear in mind, they can trigger past lives' energy. Occasionally, a crystal will trigger a detoxification process, which brings up negative energies or emotions so that they can be released. Sometimes, some crystals are not compatible with our energies. In very unusual cases, you might get a strong reaction from a crystal that is not right for you. It could simply be that the crystal is too strong for you or clashes with your energy. In any cases, always listen to your body. I do not recommend you expose yourself to a crystal if it makes you feel bad, unwell, or you experience a form of discomfort. These crystals are on a mission. They come into your life, help you create rapid shifts in your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, and then they may be ready for their next mission. As a conclusion, I would like to remind you some important points. Crystals are only instruments, powerful of course, but only instruments. As is the case with any tools, they are not essential. However, they do make things easier. Above all else, try to be loyal to your intuition. When you feel a strong impulse or a clear indication to choose a crystal, this is more valuable than information acquired from a book. If you honestly believe and it makes sense to you, then it will work. If you have tried everything to make it work and still cannot feel crystal energy, the challenge, as I see it, is this. We feel the need to compare ourselves to one another, to compare our experiences to others. And this is the point where we become frustrated. Our ego may whisper in our ear. We ask, why them, or her, or him, etc.? Why not me? We effectively limit our experiences because we choose to think we cannot do the same. Stop comparing. Surrender to the experience. The mind is very powerful. Doubt is simply the ego challenging you. Have faith, trust, and believe that your crystals can and do work for you. I hope crystals and stones can take you on a beautiful journey, connecting and bonding with their energies. It only takes a few minutes to sense their energies. It's an important part of learning to effectively use them. Developing this energetic sensitivity helps you to connect with your intuition, as well as enhancing your personal relationship with your crystals. Thank you for listening. Until next time, bye for now.